talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money.
It's Madden NFL 23, and all eyes are on the Monarchs veteran quarterback.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the London Monarchs and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. They're the best team in the NFL as far as running the football goes, but they're in for a stern test here.
Yeah, that defense that they're going up against, they're no slouch either. One of the top 5 units in the league. I think this game could boil down to stopping the big play. This offense can certainly hit some home runs, and if they hit on a couple here, it might be all they need to win the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. On third down, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
On second and very short, Lawrence. A pass underneath for Carson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. They go back to Carson here on second. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Lawrence. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. The kick by Lambo is good, and it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now an option play on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's going the other way. Past the 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens, first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Derek Carr, strong in the victory as his guys managed to cobble together their third win in an otherwise dismal campaign. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Tua Tagovailoa, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Lawrence. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Lawrence going to keep it again. And the ball is knocked out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Lawrence will throw.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That 3 on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Edwards.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Carson will take the handoff out of the action play.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he's got him in. Oh, no, he lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. Here's Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Jackson. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10, all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Lawrence hit him, the ball is free, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
London about set to take over on offense.
And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Oh, they'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also, 4th down there.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.